been 2 weeks, brother. I got stuck up there in Kansas, old flat, gray, no green having Kansas for a week. But
plowing cows,
yeah.
milking men.
But we're back today, on Monday, March 10th. I think there's some birthdays I need to shout out today. I think Dave's birthday's today.
Dave's birthday was on Saturday.
Well, I missed it. Sorry,
Dave
Dave.
Fast?
Yep.
Well.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday.
We had your birthday in the past?
Yeah, I
I'm
turned.
going to bring you a bottle
When
of
was your
Screwball
birthday?
next week.
Last Thursday.
It was on the same birthday as
Six.
I don't think I.
No, it's
even
quite
knew
okay.
that.
I'm not a big birthday guy.
It's
So.
the same birthday as my son, Leo.
Yeah. Oh,
Happy
that's
birthday,
right.
Leo.
I forgot about that. Happy birthday, Leo.
I'm bringing you a Screwball next week. We're going to do, and I'll have a shot of it.
That sounds good.
Nice.
As you see, Jake's here, Kevin's here, Adam's here. We're all here today on this beautiful Monday, March 10th.
I hope we can talk a little bit about your visit. I want to know about the
We can
stench.
get into it. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, what I'm not allowed to say,
You can talk about the stench.
but yeah, we can definitely talk about it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I can get into that. First things first. Adam, were you going to do a little shot ski with us?
Not today.
Okay. So, me and the pig, let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Get into a lot of football.
Yes.
There is some UFC stuff today. I'd really rather just get into the football first off because the UFC was kind of sucked. But let's get into this football because yesterday my phone blew up. What time was it? 6:30 to 7 o'clock window. But like it just keep coming. Like I think Aaron Jones hit first. He got the extension with the Vikings. Good for him. 2 years, bunch of money. And then next was Myles Garrett. I got my Garrett jersey on today. Wonder what made him change his mind.
Money.
Well, actually, you know,
I saw a pretty funny meme, but I'll try to pull it up while you're talking.
We'll list them as we're going. Let's focus on Myles right now.
Yeah.
Because I really believe the man that he didn't want to play for Cleveland. I didn't know he was just negotiating for a big contract, which, hey, fair to you. That's what Tyson Fury did in boxing. He just retired. And they're like, oh, we're not going to give you the fight, the money you want. He goes, okay, I retire. He came out of retirement like 2-3 times now already. There's all negotiation. He's just trying to fuck with people. Get it? You can't tell me that. I missed this. What is it?
No. Don't pay attention to this till I can't find it.
I actually believed him. I'm glad we got him. Good for the Browns. Good for Myles. He deserves it. He's the best player in the league, defensive player in the league. So
he is one of the best.
If he's not one, he's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I don't even know who you put ahead of him besides maybe T.J. Watt, but I think he is better than T.J. Watt.
Now, that's the one I'm talking about.
Winning, the Browns spent a lot of money.
Now, unfortunately for Cleveland, this is another. They're not stupid for doing this, but this is another Cleveland thing to do. Let's throw a ton of money at a player.
I know.
But it is Myles Garrett.
Do you feel bad for Myles Garrett? Like, now he's stuck on me. He's stuck now.
You know how I don't feel bad for Myles Garrett? Money. Number 2, they put together a freaking team and tried to get out there and compete. They had it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Get him a quarterback. Get a freaking quarterback in there.
Who?
I just don't know.
Who?
I just don't know.
Kirk Cousins?
I guess.
I mean, do you get Kirk and suck this year and try to get Archie next year in the draft? Which Manning is going for the draft?
Here's the thing, though. You can't get a guy like...
would be Archie, but he's still in Texas, isn't he?
Yeah.
You can't get a
He's
guy...
going to come out next year. Sorry, go ahead.
You can't get a guy like Kirk Cousins and hope to suck. Kirk's out there. He's going to suck, but he's out there to win. He's not going to give you a shot at tanking your season and get a first round pick.
No, but if you can get within the top 15 pick and trade a bunch of away to
I guess it depends on how good Archie is, right?
2 first rounders, a player, and another pick.
He's not really even played in college.
No.
Much.
He's a Manning, baby. Come on.
I think he has...
Whose son is he?
Cooper's.
Cooper? Oh, never mind. I thought he was fucking Peyton's son. That's fine. He's still a Manning, baby. He's still a fucking Manning.
He's got football in his blood. I mean...
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a reason that he's as talented as he is. I think that he's going to be very, very good. But
he needs to listen to Uncle Peyton and kind of push Uncle Eli to the side in all this.
Bullshit.
I don't know if I
got
agree with
Super
that.
Bowls.
Grandpa Archie can help him. Even Cooper was a good player.
I think Eli's got plenty of... I've come to like Eli since...
Eli's like, listen, kid, you just close your eyes in the third quarter and you throw a fucking bomb. They're going to catch it.
Do you ever watch... You're usually... No, you're not usually at work, but do you ever watch the Manning broadcast of Monday Night Football?
I do.
I had, and then I stopped. It got a little dry after a while.
Not really.
I tune it in.
They always have good players on.
They
get good celebrities on there. They do everything on that.
Why'd you bring that up?
Because Eli does seem to know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Oh, I believe that. I do believe that. I just think he's not as good as a player as Peyton. His mind is there. He's still smart.
Yeah.
He still does have.
But that's what when you're coaching up a young kid. That's what's more important is being able to. Did you see, by the way, Eli beat Caitlin Clark in a free throw basketball?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Really?
I wouldn't doubt it.
So funny, yeah.
I bet you Kevin has a shot at beating Caitlin Clark and everything. No offense, I'm just saying. I mean, come on. They want to go on strike and shit now. It's the most laughable thing I've ever seen. Come on, dude. You got to bring in the fucking revenue.
Brother,
if you want pay, you got to make the money. They're not
She's got a
making
voice.
money.
She's got a voice in the WNBA now. She
Sure.
had Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, but she's not the one saying she's going on strike.
I
and
know.
Angel Reese or whatever.
I saw a pretty funny thing with that too. It was like Angel Reese wants more money, and then it's her trying to throw the ball in, bounces off the back of the backboard.
She's got Mickey D's money now.
Bad
She ain't got nothing to worry about.
And it brings in no money. It brings in no money. They can't pay you if you're not bringing in money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation that
That's
is
not the
probably
same
for another.
Yeah. But hey, back to the Browns.
Yep.
We were
Miles
talking about
Garrett.
your cousin. They
I do love it. Again, like I said, I hate that Cleveland's throwing money at a player, but at least it's a freaking player that's worth it.
I was talking a lot about this draft, and before I wanted to trade Miles get another pick in this draft. I really like Abdullah coming out of Penn State. I think he's a generational player. I also think Travis Hunter could be a generational player if he decides to play cornerback. We need cornerbacks. I love that Morrison out of Notre Dame. I think he's a great cornerback.
You like your cornerbacks?
Well, we're going to lose them very, very soon. I mean, they're not going to be here forever.
Emerson's not gone, is he?
Ward is gone in 2027. Newsom is gone next
Newsom's
year.
a safety.
And they're dangling.
Is Newsom a safety or a
Newsom's a
cornerback?
corner.
Okay.
And they're dangling him to trade him all the time.
I'd
He still might be
I'd take him on my team.
And Emerson's got to prove something.
I'd take Emerson, too.
I mean, he had that wonderful season 2023, and last year he was
beautiful.
He was getting
It's okay.
burned last year.
Everybody goes through their shit.
So DK Metcalf just came to the Steelers. A quarterback is very important in the NFC North now.
I haven't seen that solidified,
AFC North, excuse me.
but you told me it's been solidified. I haven't. From
$150
what I read
million
up
over
today,
5 years.
Yeah, no, it is. I said the same thing
ready to go.
to Jake last night, and then it started actually all over ESPN. It's all over X, which seems to be down.
How do you feel about that?
I love it.
I love it. I love it for you.
I love it.
I love DK Metcalf. I want him to come to Buffalo. So
I
bad.
think $30 million is a stretch for DK. I think he's more.
Is it?
In
He's still in his
22
freaking prime. How many years is he in? 5 years?
Yeah, but he's not like that. He's not that polished a possession receiver like.
He hasn't had a good enough
I keep bringing up
quarterback.
Mike Evans, but he's not as good as Mike Evans.
He hasn't had a
just
good enough
not.
quarterback. He hasn't had a
That's
good
fair.
enough.
That's fair. I mean, who is throwing to him? Gino and Russell?
No.
He might be in the same position this year. Russell's throwing to him again. I don't think that's a bad look. I think that's great. If I was a Steelers fan, I'm happy about this. I'm just saying, $30 million for DK Metcalf, I think he stretched it a little bit.
Yeah, but I think Pittsburgh's really pushing a playoff over. They're looking at, we get to the playoffs, we lose in the first round every year. Let's make some changes. If we got to pay some money, let's pay some money. Let's get a good guy in here that's going to, because they haven't had a good wide receiver in a while now since Antonio Brown.
They still have Pickens. I think this is good for Pickens.
That's what I said.
I think this is great for both. I mean, both wide receivers get it now. I mean, the only thing you're going to have troubles with is now you have to pay Pickens here in the next 2 years, 1 year.
Bullshit. You don't have to pay him nothing.
He's not getting $30 fucking million. So
Yeah,
you're not going. My point is, you're not going to have him in the next 2 years. Pickens is going to be gone.
Yeah, he's not staying.
But for right now, fucking because he got it now. You got your boy. But like I was just bring this back full circle. DK now in Pittsburgh now makes AFC North cornerback play very important. Very important.
He's a big boy. I would want to cover him.
For the Browns, if Travis Hunter is that generational player and he's a two-way guy, but he's going to lock down on one side of the ball and maybe do some things, like maybe we take him. Maybe we take Abdullah. Maybe you push back.
What pick do you have in the draft this year?
Second.
You have second? Oh, you could definitely scoop Travis Hunter. He's not going
We
first.
get one of them. I don't like him more. I don't like Sanders. I don't want these quarterbacks. Maybe the dart at Ole Miss is okay. But I don't really like these quarterbacks. But we are going to draft a quarterback, whether we get Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers or any of these vets that are Aaron Rodgers has been linked to the Steelers again this morning, as of this morning, by the way, Adam.
See, if I would have guessed Aaron
We
Rodgers,
still need to draft a quarterback.
I think his best landing spot to finish his career is just to go to the Giants. Go to the Giants. I'd tell him, hey,
Why?
because it's sink or swim, buddy. Here you go. Let's put you on the Giants. You got Malik Neighbors. You got that Tracy Jones Jr. or whatever the hell his name is, the running back. Take that. Do what you can because I'm sorry, he needs to prove himself again.
He's
Screw him. He went to a team that gave him everything. Devontae Adams, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, and you suck that bad? I could have went out and played a better fucking season than that.
I agree, brother. I agree.
So you don't get to just get, and everybody's like, oh, he could pick. You don't just get to go out there and pick the team you want now. You go to the Giants, you either suck or you do decent, and then get the hell out of the NFL.
Oh, so they actually have Dirk going 3rd overall?
Cam Ward going to the Browns? Really?
That won't happen. It better not.
Well, this is...
So where's Hunter on this list? Is Hunter down there? Let's see where he's at.
Well, this is just whoever...
Right, it's just
quarterbacks only.
But it's still fun to see. You know,
Yeah.
Abdul Carter 4th to the Patriots. Good for him.
I can't see Travis Hunter making it to 5. He's the best guy coming out of this draft class.
I'm telling you, two-way players it's a risk because you got to play one side of the ball, man.
Yeah, but this guy.
I don't think that's an issue that would keep him from getting drafted high. They'll make him choose or not
correct.
choose. He's not going to choose.
But it does make teams kind of sketchy about it. I mean,
be on one.
You think when he gets drafted, he'll go there, he'll play, he'll practice, and they're going to say your better fit is
yes,
this.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what I would think too.
Yeah. Who's head coach in Jacksonville? None yet.
Peterson.
No. Yeah.
You're talking about Jacksonville Jaguars?
No,
Peterson got fired.
Peterson got fired. You're right. No, it's been filled. The spot's been filled, but I don't know who it is.
It was Doug Peterson last year.
No, you're right.
Got fired.
You're right, but he's done now.
Okay.
Liam Cohen.
Okay.
Who is
he? Looks like a treat.
Offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Okay. Word. Good for him.
Good for him. Moving up. 39 years. Pretty young, too. Good for him.
Yeah. Actually, he's very young.
I hope he's good.
Fuck, I'm 35.
Maybe we'll see a freaking turnaround.
No.
But the problem is they still have, I hate to say it, but Lawrence, he's just not cut for this job, man. He's not cut out to do it. I don't think he's going to be, I don't think he's ever going to be good. He may make playoff pushes here and there because of his team. I just can't see him.
I feel like I used to shit on Lawrence so much when he was good, and now that he's bad, I'm the one that's, after shitting on him, going, listen, he's still a good quarterback. He's still good. Like, Lawrence on the Steelers, I think that's dangerous, man. I think that's fucking dangerous. I really do.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Everybody's fit for a certain...
I understand.
You suck, and then you get put on a team, and suddenly you're... Look at Sam Darnold with Minnesota. You suck, suddenly you get put on a team that is your perfect fit, your perfect offensive scheme, and you're a fucking...
I'm glad you brought Sam Darnold up. Where is he going?
He's staying with Minnesota. They already re-signed him.
No.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Today?
No.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they did.
No.
No, they didn't?
They're starting their rookie. They don't want anything to do with Sam Darnold.
Think they're going with J.J. McCarthy? I heard that they're keeping Sam Darnold.
No, he's not a rookie anymore.
Predicted to join Seahawks. Okay, well, there you go. Never mind. I'm stupid, but that makes sense.
You're not stupid. You're fine.
It's prediction? Okay.
See, this is what we were talking about last week or 2 weeks ago when you were like, Aaron Rodgers is linked to the Steelers. Look, any quarterback you Google, this is what I see.
But can I say something? Can I say something just about Sam Darnold? And I know a lot of people. Hey, look, I used to shit on the guy. When we first started this podcast, I thought he was the worst quarterback out there. I don't think the Vikings should get rid of him. I think they need to keep. Didn't he get them to the freaking playoffs this year?
It was kind of like the problem with Flacco in Cleveland. Like, if you're going to start another quarterback, you kind of got to get rid of the other starter because of the locker room. Like, it's just better if he's not there. Because
they could trade McCarthy.
Why?
Because
he was supposed to start last year. He got hurt. They want him to start. And if that's what you want to happen, and he goes out there and has one bad game, they're going to be like,
but doesn't Darnold didn't? What was their record last year for the Vikings?
Or 14-3, 14-2.
And that was Darnold the whole entire season, correct?
Yeah, but he chose the playoffs.
You're getting rid of that guy? All these quarterbacks choking. Look, Lamar Jackson. They're not shipping Lamar Jackson.
They also had a top 5 defense in the league for many, 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 many weeks. I mean, Aaron Jones is coming back. He was a huge part of that team. Jefferson was a huge part. I know he's tossing the ball to him, but like the offense ran smooth because it ran smooth. And yes, he played great, but when it got to the money games, remember that last game against Detroit before the playoffs to win the division? He fucking choked. Then he got to the playoffs, and he fucking choked
again. They all go through that. Josh Allen goes through that.
I get it, but you can't say that they're absolutely stupid for not wanting to start their rookie and go in the direction.
I didn't say they were stupid, but here's my issue with that. The rookie hasn't even played a game in the NFL yet.
Nope. He's coming off an injury, too.
Sam Darnold has sucked for 3 years and then had arguably one of the best campaigns of his life.
No, it was the best campaign.
Okay, you don't give that guy a second chance?
Not when you want to move in another direction. I'm not saying this is the right thing to do. I'm just telling you this is what they want to do.
No, and I'm not saying it
saying
is either, but this is
seeing.
why we're here. We're debating it because I think that to ship him away at this point in his career, and I don't know what they're paying him, but I'm sure they're going to get him for pennies on the dollar at this point, and to keep him. And McCarthy could be great trade bait to maybe go out and get that other guy that they need for whatever position they're trying to fill. You keep Sam Darnold one more season.
You really think they'd trade their rookie? Well, he's not a rookie anymore, I understand.
But here's what I think. Absolutely, because he hasn't played. So at this point, nobody knows what he can do.
So what are you going to get?
It's just his name. You probably get a lot because of his name. No?
I'm going to trade for him. He got hurt last year and he hasn't played yet. I wouldn't do nothing.
It's just,
right?
I can't say, but it's just very sad to see that this guy gets you 14-2 record. I'm sorry, 14-3? 14-3 record. Gets you to the playoffs. I mean, Sam Darnold came in there like he's going to be the freaking backup. This guy's fucking throwing
he was a bad boy.
Deep balls, breaking off Jefferson. What's the other?
When the tight end came back, he was breaking off him. Addison. He broke off Addison.
And Jordan Addison tons of times. I mean.
No, he played great.
I just
But
can't.
I don't feel bad for him. He's going to get some money. He's going to go to one of these teams like Seattle or wherever the fuck he goes. He's going to make a little bit of money. He's like the Fitzpatrick or the Case Keenum. He can do bad. He can sink or swim. He's still going to get money
And the only other thing I want to say about that, the only other problem I have is now you're shifting him to a different offense.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's going to have a breakdown. He's going to shut down.
Yeah, his road to victory is now harder because he's going to.
But if you keep him in Minnesota, that's another.
Don't feel bad for him. He's going to get some money to go play
feel
for somebody
bad,
else, and it worked out for him because he was in the fucking dumpster before.
Okay. Here's what I want to get to. The bottom line for Minnesota. Then we're moving on. They keep Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
Are they in the playoffs again this year? They keep Sam Darnold. Playoffs? Yes or no? Pretty simple. Yes. You start McCarthy. You ship off Darnold. Playoffs?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
But if they keep Darnold, playoffs?
Probably. More than likely, right?
What's the question we're having? Why is there complication at that
future,
point?
I guess. They want to.
That comes down to management, the owner. I just don't see why you ship him off. And then why are they showing Daniel? They're linking him to Minnesota? Please don't.
Who the hell he's in Minnesota.
Oh, is he the backup?
Yeah.
No, they need to ship him to the CFL. And he's going to suck there, too. It doesn't matter where you put him. Old googly eyes.
He eats ketchup on his egg.
He sees the freaking defensive lineman lining up to tackle his ass and he gets scared. That's not the quarterback you want.
Look at that neck.
He's got some neck on him.
He's got a Gumby-shaped neck and head.
Yeah, he does. God dang, he doesn't have any problem swallowing freaking mashed potatoes,
What?
oatmeal, grits. He's gonna be lumpy. He's gonna gargle that shit down.
Poor Daniel Jones. I mean, talk about winning games and playing bad.
Mm-hmm.
This guy he made a lot of money off that.
He's cornbread fed. Look at him.
Hey, so we came out of this with the Browns. I guess we can leave the Browns alone.
You can talk about Josh Allen.
That's what I was going to say. Let's talk about my boy next.
6 years, $330 million.
Is he worth it?
$250 million of a guarantee.
Is he worth it?
Don't do that because now you're just looking for gratification.
No, I'm not looking for gratification.
I'm looking to tell you it was a good deal.
No.
Catch in the head so you can be a little Bills fan.
No, because here's what I want to say first. It's hard to talk about it because I'm a fan, but $330 million. Come on, bro. Is anybody worth that?
No.
Okay.
But
I love Josh.
But let's not get into that conversation because you guys know how I feel about that. I don't think any football player is worth $10 million a year.
Right.
Let alone what they're getting paid. But let's leave that. Let's push that to the side.
I'm going to be honest. When I saw this, I was confused. I thought they were going to restructure his contract to give him so much up front and then pay it down the line, kind of pay it forward down the line kind of thing. Nah, let's throw everything we have, including our new stadium, at him. I never thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, well.
What I'm worried about is how does this affect us moving forward as far as some of our other players like James Cook that I want to keep him. I don't know if Shakir re-signed. I saw they were talking about it. I hope he did. They cut Von Miller, which was huge. Get rid of that guy. He's terrible.
Get some money back on the cap too.
They got $8.5 million back.
That's nice.
But they're still gonna take a hit from that in the future, right? I mean, it doesn't just go away and they get $8.5
Real
million.
quick, not to go back on the subject. You know, they restructured Deshaun's deal again too, and I heard that they gave him $40 million as a signing bonus as a restructure.
Deshaun Watson?
Yes, but I'm not sure if that means we still have to pay him after he's gone or how that works because I'm very in the dark about that. And I searched it for at least 30, 35 minutes to try to figure out if somebody would give me some explanation on it, and I still couldn't find it. So, with these cap hits, dead money kind of, I'm in the dark because I just don't know, and nobody wants to explain it to you because maybe they don't know themselves.
I don't think they know until it happens, right?
Right. But yeah, we gave Deshaun Watson like $41 million as a signing bonus.
So here we go. This is great that Adam pulled that up. Hold on, Josh Allen. Jesus.
But I'm not sure.
$52 million for a cap hit.
Where are you seeing cap hit?
All the way at the red. What's that?
Dead money and cap
savings. Yeah.
I don't know what this means. This is hard for me to.
This is a thing we need to.
That money is what you end up having to pay
is
if you lose that player if you cut him.
The cap number is what you.
Right. Okay.
Right?
So there we go.
There's 44.
That's large. It's very large.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't.
But not the biggest in the league.
Yeah.
Well, they've done. I'm going to say Brandon Beane has done everything correct up to this point. As far as how he's paying these players, who he's getting, it's almost like he's doing like a Moneyball thing. But obviously, no, yeah. I mean, he's not taking crap players either. But so, how do you feel about this, Josh Allen?
I don't know if this is up. This is not updated though.
I think it's the way to do it. Oh, it's not updated.
I mean, we need.
Oh, okay.
Buffalo wants him to retire.
No, because that's his old $258 million 6 years was his old contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this isn't even updated yet.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do. Lock him down.
He's their guy, right?
Anybody in the league would be stupid to not lock Josh Allen down. It's a lot of money. Sure, it's a lot of money. But at least he's a good fucking dude. He's a good fucking quarterback. And he's one of the best players in the league, period. Yeah.
Now, here's my other question about, so Josh Allen moving forward. This is obviously the right move. We love it. We love him.
Yeah.
James Cook. We paying him or what?
I wouldn't.
$15 million a year. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I have a hard time with that because
I do too.
I don't want to lose this guy.
I
think he's elite.
You really can't afford to lose him.
I think he's top 5 running back in the NFL right now.
I think he's top 10.
Okay.
He's probably like 7 or 6.
I'm putting him at 3 or 4.
Okay.
Just because of what he's done and how well he's adapted to this offense, being able to make moves and make yards out of nothing, which we've seen from past running backs that they've had. He has progressed. He's not regressed since he's been there. Every year he gets better and better. And this season just proved it. I mean, this season proved it.
Yeah, he's good.
The guy's a freaking beast. Anybody would be willing to have him. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, if we decide we don't want to stay with him, you can trade him for a hell of a couple. They could get a hell of a deal for him.
4th and 5th rounder, 3rd and 4th.
You don't think he's worth the 1st or 2nd round?
I just don't think people are dishing out picks for running backs. Period. Unless it's Saquon.
Unless it's needed.
This is Saquon McCaffrey. They're not giving you a second-round pick.
McCaffrey's. I'm sorry, but he's on the slope. I wouldn't even want him in Buffalo now. He's too injury prone. He's never healthy.
I agree, but do you know what I'm saying though?
I do, absolutely. Now Saquon, of course, you're spending everything you got on him. You're blowing your load.
Didn't they just give him an extension for no reason?
Who?
Like they just extended.
Saquon, yeah.
But he was already on a 2-year deal, and they just gave him like $8 million or something.
But don't you entice him? I mean, just won a Super Bowl.
No, just let him finish his contract. If he's not, I wouldn't. I can't say that he's not unhappy.
Listen, you can't sit there. You can't sit there and agree with throwing $200 million at Miles Garrett, and not tell me you can't throw $8 million.
I think it's one of those things you don't want him going into. You don't want him going into a year having to worry about that. You want him to.
But he was already locked in on a good deal. Like,
I know this would have been a year. This would have been it.
Yeah. Was this?
It was a 2-year year. That was 1 year. This will be the next year.
Oh, so they're trying to one more year.
They're trying to nip it in.
I don't know what the deal was, but what I'm saying is you don't want a guy like that going into a year
Because
having to worry about money situations.
And then he's going to say, maybe I won't play, maybe I will. Starts doing that
I
shit.
guess I read it wrong. I thought they just gave him the same exact years. Like, all they did was just pretty much give him money.
All Philly's doing is, like you were saying before, they're locking him down. And that's a great thing to do. And I'm sure they have the money to do it. I'm sure they're fine with what they're throwing his way.
Yeah.
But as for the Bills, I'd like to see them keep James Cook.
2-year extension, so now I assume he's there 2025, 26, and 27. I assume what that means.
They need him. $41.2 million, that's for 3 years, did that say?
Okay.
Well, it's a 2-year
2 years.
extension.
So 20...
So he had 1 year left, so he has 3 years with them.
That's the highest paid running back right now, $20 million a year.
It's a lot of money, man.
It's good for him. He deserves it.
Well, he should be the highest paid.
He should, absolutely should be. And that's the thing I had, like James Cook, $15 million. That's asking a lot. I want to keep him though. If the Bills can somehow work that in,
That can't be it. That can't be it.
what, 12 mil? Maybe go down 12 mil. Offer him.
I'm thinking like 10.
Well, they already tried to offer him a different amount of money. He said no. So, and again, like you said before, who's going to take him on for $15 million a year? I bet some team will though.
Go get Chubb.
No.
Go get Chubb.
I want Chubb to retire. I don't want to see him get injured and die.
I do too.
I don't want to see him lose a leg.
I don't want to see him in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
I don't want to see that. I'd rather he didn't play.
Great.
What were the other trades that were?
So we mentioned Aaron Jones. We mentioned Myles Garrett. There's both re-signings.
DK Metcalf.
Also, Allen's a re-signing. Before we get to the
Devontae Adams.
I didn't even know about that. Where's he going?
He's the Rams. 2 years.
Oh yeah, I did see
million.
that. I did see that. How much?
2 years, $46 million. $26 million guaranteed. Cooper Kupp is in a rough spot.
Well, they're going to get rid of
They're
him.
going to trade.
Yeah.
He's already been told that.
They should. That's okay.
He hasn't said that, but
They should. So Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua with Stafford. Whoo! Stafford trying to get another Super
Still
Bowl.
got Kyron Williams too.
Trying to get another Super Bowl. One more for the road.
Yeah, I mean they're going. Listen, they were a drive away from beating the Eagles in the playoffs for the NFC Championship game, right? That was the NFC Championship game, right?
Well, we talked about that too.
Say it again.
Rams and Eagles? No, the
Yeah.
NFC Championship game was Washington.
Washington.
No, you're right. It was
But it was the week before.
divisional round, yeah.
And I will say this: we were talking about last year coming up to playoff time. We were like, "Watch out for the Rams." Remember, all of us were like, "Watch out for the freaking
They
Rams."
were a
could
drive
do it.
away in the snow from winning that game. They were down on the 20, and they fucked it. But they could have won that game.
I've had no faith in Stafford since he won that Super Bowl. I had zero faith after that. But man, he's got me convinced. I'm like, you sent Devontae Adams over
He's
there.
good. He's
God.
always been good. He's always been good. Maybe no more, no
He's
less.
always
He's
a
been
threat, and he will be fun to watch again this season.
good. I agree, especially now.
He's a freaking threat.
Um,
Devontae Adams. Wow.
Before we get to the DK things, I want to bring DK Metcalf up too. What about Debo getting traded?
We
to the
talked
Commanders?
about DK already.
Well, I want to get a little further in.
Okay.
Debo to the Commanders.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
That was a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago.
I do too. I think I read this. The Commanders' their goal was to get Debo, get DK Metcalf, and trade for fucking Myles Garrett, and get all that done.
If they would have got
To build
everything
their
they
super
wanted.
team. It all kind of fell apart for them yesterday, with the other two going different ways. But like, can you imagine the Commanders with fucking Myles Garrett, DK Metcalf, Debo Samuels, Brian Robinson Jr., Jaden Daniels?
If they got all that, I would have said
Lattimore.
Super Bowl. Because they almost had it this year. I would have said
You
Super
add
Bowl.
one more piece to that because they did re-sign Bobby Wagner for
Like
one
what?
more
Like,
year.
defense or tight end or something?
You get a safety, another defensive tackle, and listen, bro, that's your all in. You're ready to go.
I thought their tight ends were laughable, but Zach Ertz actually had a great season last year.
he came up big for me in fantasy. He won me the championship game that week. But also, hey, Evan Ingram's a free agent right now.
I can't get behind that guy, but I see why people want him.
He's an athlete. He's a good route runner.
He's really good at what he does.
He can block a little bit and do his thing.
He makes big plays when he needs to, but that's all he's got.
He'd be a target for it. But for Commanders, that didn't happen, so they have to deal with what they got, which is pretty fucking good. Debo's pretty good for them.
Debo's good for them.
And
It's great.
their backfield isn't the best in the league. They have,
I wouldn't be mad if
I
they
really
went
like
out.
Eckler. I really like Brian Robinson Jr. But like Debo running the ball for them too, because he did that in San Francisco. Like this just adds more. This just adds
I wouldn't
more
be mad
weapons.
if they went out and got a slot guy too.
Yeah.
I mean, because now you got McLaurin. McLaurin's older now.
Cooper Kupp?
Man.
Like who? Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, no, if they went and did, wow.
Damn.
That's a great.
I literally, this is the first time I thought about that.
That's a
Kupp to the
great
Commanders
projection.
That's nice.
God, could you imagine McLaurin, Debo Samuel, and Kupp all playing in unison?
Brian Robinson to the back fucking field. Austin Eckler to bring in on fucking passing down.
And then just give me a tight end and their offense is set.
Well, Ertz is gone.
Is he gone?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm sure he's. I mean, God,
Even if he's still there, that's
guy's like 50 years old.
He's a target, man. He's good.
I mean, I guess maybe he's got one more season in him, but I don't know. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see a tight end go over there. That's
Cooper Kupp for the Commanders.
Man, I wonder if they're already thinking that.
Tell me you want to make a push. They still need a little help on defense.
Yeah,
they still need a defensive tackle or
not
defensive end.
It's not a terrible defense. I mean,
another person in the backfield would help too. Unless you want to, say we're good on defensive tackle and we want to get a linebacker, anything that helps.
But bro, Jaden Daniels, that's their guy. My God, better rookie season than Stroudy, right?
Well, I mean, he went further in the playoffs. I guess that's all that matters, right? I don't know statistically.
It's not all that matters, but I think
better and worse at some things. But
he looked like a seasoned
NFC Championship
veteran quarterback this year.
Played well. He also had some slumps. They won that Bears game on that big pass and stuff. And he had some slumps, but he played very well. I'm excited to watch him play next year. But sophomore slumps are a thing.
I'll actually watch the Commanders next year. I didn't watch him at all this year until I saw how good he was doing. But man, they played some exciting football.
That's it. It'll be a fun team to watch next year and see what happens.
It's a good time to be a Washington.
Whether they crash or whether they soar, it'll be fun to watch both.
I don't think he has that sophomore slump. I feel like he's going to soar.
We said that about Stroudy last year, remember?
Yeah,
we looked like doofuses this year.
We were like, Stroudy, Super Bowl, possible Super Bowl? We're like, absolutely.
He was not good this year.
But he did have a lot of issues going on with that team. I mean, Mixon got hurt right off the bat. The Diggs was out for the season.
Hey, speaking of
Tank Dell's out for the season.
Didn't they get a receiver too? Didn't they just acquire a receiver?
Don't know.
I think they acquired somebody.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I don't know.
Perhaps not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm stupid.
Unless that Mechie is. Yeah, I think Mechie was their guy. No, they had him last year, didn't they?
Christian Kirk.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, Christian Kirk from the Jags.
Yikes.
Which Christian Kirk's a good player. Does it move the needle that much? Maybe not, but
no.
But it's nice to have him if everybody else gets hurt. What's going on with Diggs? Is he gone? Dunsky? He's got another year? What's going on with him? Because that was a serious injury.
I think he's done indefinitely. I don't know about this year, but I saw some news on him not too long ago, and it looked like now Diggs should be back, but he's also on the worser half of 32. Like I wouldn't want him anymore.
So
poor Diggs.
They're talking about him going somewhere else. Is that because he's getting traded, or because he's
probably because he got injured and screwed it?
He signed a 2-year contract with them, didn't he?
He sucked last year.
Well, he got hurt.
He didn't really have that many good games. So he should have stuck with the Bills. He should have made it happen. Not been such a diva. He could have retired a Bill and been very successful. He had one of the best quarterbacks in the league throwing him the ball, and he just wanted out. Stupid. And now you screwed your whole career over it. And that's what usually happens. You think you're better than everybody else.
You are very sour on this man.
I don't think he should have left the Bills. I think he should have fought to stay there.
Obviously
not been a diva. Not been a cancer in the locker room. Worked with Josh Allen. You have a guy feeding you the ball and he doesn't throw it to you 20 times in a game and you get upset. Come on, man. That makes no sense. That's just stupid. That's why he got hurt.
Let's go back to DK Metcalf for
okay.
And not so much to talk about DK Metcalf, more to talk about the Steelers and their options at quarterback. But even before we get into that, defensive side of the ball for the Steelers. And Adam, you can probably help us out with this because I don't know how the personnel is going. Maybe you don't either. That's fine. But are they still going to be a top 5 defense? Can they still hold the defense down?
I would guess, yeah.
You're not worried about it?
I'm always worried about it in the sense of I don't know what's happening with the secondary, but I mean, it's always the pass rush.
Are you losing some people? Is that why this question arose?
I don't know so much about their defense, who they've lost, who they're getting, or where they're at right now. I'm just asking, are they capable of pushing into the playoffs with the defense they have?
It's always the defense. I think so, yeah.
Is Tomlin coaching still?
Of course.
And they always have a chance.
So let's put the defense to bed. We don't have to talk about the defense anymore. Let's go back to the offense. A lot of quarterback things, a lot of running back things, a lot of wide receiver things. How do they make it to the AFC Championship game this year with moves this offseason? Because that's what they do. I mean, they're obviously going to draft, but they're going to make another move in free agency this year, like they did last year. The shrewd motherfuckers, like they were, got a whole quarterback room last year for under $4 million.
Unfortunately, it didn't do what we thought it was going to do.
No, but they have these two. You just showed them. They have those two guys to figure out who's going, who's staying. They can draft one. They could sign a Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins, and I'm not going to go on this stupid Aaron Rodgers rant right now. We're just going to talk properly about it.
Unfortunately,
they could do all these things.
The problem is drafting a veteran like Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers, it doesn't solve the problem, right?
Signing.
It doesn't, not draft, sorry, signing, but it doesn't solve the problem. They need a Ben Roethlisberger back. They need someone like that.
But you understand that you can't fix that in 1 year, and they have to have something come in.
I know.
Like something has to hold the spot for a year.
But as a Steelers fan, it just irks me if I was a Steelers fan to just see replacement after replacement after replacement every year trying to.
What's that say? No.
Is that
Daniel Jones? Oh no.
He's not. There's no way he's going there. Tomlin is not going to agree to that.
Hey, come on. Hey, cut the camera off. I ain't signing him.
Cut the camera.
What was this?
Yeah,
Daniel Jones walking in the locker room? Hell no.
I'm cool if they stick with fucking Russ. I'm cool if they stick with Justin.
I don't like Russ.
I think either way you go here, even if you get rid of both of them and you get Kirk Cousins, if you get Aaron Rodgers, you still have to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
You still have to draft a quarterback. You have to draft a quarterback,
yeah.
right? You can't wait. Whether you do it in the 5th round or the 2nd round, you have to draft a quarterback. You have to try.
Yeah, you do have to try.
Running back, you got a problem.
Yeah,
you got a problem there. Najee's gone. Warren's there, and Warren's is a good running back.
Not enough.
But he's not. You need another guy.
James Cook.
There you go.
James fucking Cook. Jesus. Are there any other running back free agents right now that are kind of pretty fucking good? Aaron Jones is gone. He's all locked up.
He's off the table. Who cares? He's old anyway.
Is Cook a free agent, or is Cook under 1 year contract and he's kind of?
I think he's still got he might still have a year left.
Let's see. We'll find out. Adam's gonna bring up the list.
He's no rookie deal now. He's getting paid big bucks. So.
Well, he wants to be paid big bucks.
He's gonna get paid one way or another.
Mostert, not a bad one. Jamal Williams, I don't like. Gus Edwards, not the best. Chubb, AJ Dillon. So actually, there's not. J.K. Dobbins is out there.
Yeah, he's always hurt.
Madison.
But out of all of them, I'd take Dobbins out of all of them.
What can you get out of some of these guys, though? Cam Akers, he's a tight end.
What about Rico Dowdle? Cam Akers.
Kareem Hunt and Rico Dowdle probably will give you the most bang for your buck, to be honest.
Yeah.
Those are probably your most bang for the buck guys. Unless you're trying to get a move to get that guy from Boise, Khalil Herbert. I thought he was still playing for I really don't like this list.
There's nothing up here.
J.K. Dobbins.
There's nothing that jumps out at you like, hey, we need to get this guy.
Okay, Mostert, Dobbins, I guess. Harris.
Mostert, does that say he's 32? Is that right?
Yeah. He's 32.9. He's 32.9.
He's done.
Obviously months, but
I mean, if I was Steelers, I would try to keep Najee. Did they already totally get rid of him or what?
He's gone. Kareem Hunt's a serviceable back, but he's not going to be your starter. Rico Dowdle is not a starting running back, but I mean, you can start him. Whatever. Yeah. J.K. Dobbins, you can start.
How do you feel about A.J. Dillon?
I don't feel about A.J. Dillon.
Okay.
The only thing good about A.J. Dillon is it says here he's young.
Yeah. That's kind of why I was pointing him out.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess he
ran great behind Aaron Jones for a couple of years with Green Bay. Ran great, had great numbers.
Right, but behind Aaron Jones.
I know.
Yeah, and then what happened when they lost Aaron Jones? They went and signed another fucking running back because they knew he wasn't the fucking thing. So got Josh Jacobs because they knew they couldn't fucking do what they were doing. So if the NFL team's telling me he's not good enough, I'm going to believe him until I see otherwise.
Right.
Yeah, there's not a lot on this list. So that's a problem for the Steelers.
The only other one I see is that might be do good in Pittsburgh would be Javonte Williams.
Why? The guy from
I
Denver?
think he was on the wrong team. Again, I think he was on the wrong team.
Okay.
He is a hard runner, young. Give the guy a shot. If you have to pick from this list, I mean, is he a no for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't see that. I think he's got a shot.
If we're talking about the Steelers, yeah, I'm not taking him.
Yeah.
We don't need a guy like him. You guys need a. You don't even need a J.K. Dobbins. You need a big boy that's gonna fucking.
They need a rookie, a young rookie that's going to take over. That's what they need. I don't know what's offering this year, but they need that. That's what they need. And they got to have it because the Steelers, a huge part of their offense is running the ball. And if they can't get back to that soon, it's just that's never going to change. You know, I mean,
quarterback's pretty big in the fucking league. What was that guy from? That's okay. You know.
I don't know.
They had you, this guy who was had you picking picking a quarterback or cornerback. That's good. John Jensen goes to. Damn, if Dallas is able to land that running back out of Boise at 12, that's nice. That's very nice.
they desperately need a running back.
Will Johnson, cornerback. So everybody's got you taking cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the same guy. Is it not?
I didn't see the last one. I just saw cornerback and I missed it. So it might be Will Johnson might be the same thing.
All right.
Hey, we already said cornerback's very important in the AFC North. But what were you gonna say? I'm sorry. What?
Last year.
I-
Now it's time for 2020.
I'm so confused. Why does this keep on muting? What's wrong with your TV, bro?
I don't think it's the TV,
I
bro.
think
The meatloaf. The fucking meatloaf.
Who they got? The Bills picking?
Hold on. There you go. I don't know
Running
who
back.
that is.
North Carolina. I don't know who this guy is.
I'd be interested to see him.
We got this guy. Whoever is Bucky Brooks got you taken.
Edge. Yeah, because we just lost Von Miller. That's probably why he's thinking that way.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, obviously, as we saw yesterday, a lot of shit could happen very quickly. So
Let's get the Browns thing. Now, Cam Ward.
I think
again.
they all
Now.
so far have Cam Ward.
God.
I know Davis
Good
did.
pick for you guys.
It's not. Cam Ward's not a good pick for anybody.
Travis Hunter. This guy's got you taking Travis Hunter.
Thank you. We'll have that.
Travis Hunter would be nice for you
I'd
guys.
like to have Abdullah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Break this segment. Come back talk about USC.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to bring up in the football world?
You did Devontae Adams. We did obviously a little bit of DK and the Steelers.
Allen, we did.
You talked about Miles.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah. I mean,
Happy for him. I hope he's okay with being Mr. Brown.
I
until
think
2020, 2030.
this league year just started what today?
Yeah.
So I mean, this is obviously only going to get
More crazy.
more crazy.
I
So
hope so.
Which is what we want to see. I mean,
I enjoy it.
I like the stir up. I like people going to different teams because, like I said, you never know how they're
I
going
mean,
to
how fun was that? Getting all that breaking news last night.
freaking amazing.
March 12th. All right, the first day will be March 12th. I thought it had already started, so
So it's Wednesday.
even better.
Well, okay. Piggy and Jake will be back here. We're going to do another segment. I want to talk a little bit of UFC.
Yep.
A little bit of horse, maybe some Tom Fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back. Piggy and Jake, we're back to talk some miscellaneous shit. We're going to start with the UFC, but that's some miscellaneous shit. Second thing, second. Bang, bang.
Let's go bang.
So we just caught a clip of Dana White's after-fight press conference. Kevin, what do you think of Dana White?
I think he's very professional. I think he was sipping on that drink a little too much for the camera.
Did you
But
notice the slap fight fucking cup? He's trying to promote slap fight.
yeah, I don't like it. I don't like slap fight.
Have you watched any of it?
I've seen it before. I don't think.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard follow for me too.
It's always fun to see the clips of it. But
Yeah.
I don't want
But
to sit there and watch a tournament.
as far as following like a tournament, let alone like people's careers,
I'm not gonna have a favorite. Like, there's not gonna be a guy named Big Daddy Ding Dong slashing people.
there very well may be.
Big Daddy Ding Dong. Yeah.
You know?
The hard part about it for me is like watching it when these guys celebrate or they talk shit. It's like you're made to stand there. You're made to take the slap. It's not like you're competing with another.
I was just gonna say, I'm not sure that slap fight, as fun as it is, like I said, to watch the clips of it, like that is probably one of those irresponsible sports.
It's kind of stupid.
Like, you're literally just concussing the other person
in your ear when you're done.
What's that?
The constant ringing in your ear.
Let alone, I'm sure, how is that not a concussion?
Concussion, absolutely.
It's a massive problem for head trauma. Like it's all it is. You're literally inviting head trauma. You're not even allowed to block.
Have you seen these guys' hands, too?
Yeah, I don't know how this is allowed. Someone's going to die if they haven't already. It's going to happen.
But there's a lot of rules to it, too. Like, when you're slapping, you're not allowed to pivot your foot. You're not allowed to move. Like, there's so many things. So, like, I saw a guy slap the shit out of this guy and knock him out, and he lost because he moved his foot. And, like, it's just... I feel like it's a hard sport to watch clean because it's never really clean.
And you have to.
And at its essence, it's just who can take the shot. I don't know.
You have to be able to compose your anger too, because someone slaps me like that. I mean, obviously, even if they can kick my ass, I'm gonna be super fucking pissed. I don't want to be hit like that.
Yeah, but then you don't stand in that box and take the hit in the first place.
That's why, right? I get it. That's why I just said you have to really be able to compose your anger. You have to be.
Boxing and MMA and any stuff you can dodge.
I mean, can you imagine?
You can't dodge. You're going to take hits.
The game is not to get hit, right?
Imagine the training for that. You literally walk up and have several people slap the shit out of you before a contest.
That's another thing. You actually can't train for it because, like, what are you going to invite concussions into the training room?
I don't know how you prepare for that.
I think you probably train the slapping on a dummy, probably, right?
Yeah, you can train how to hit, or like how to take a slap. Like, what are you going to take a concussion every day you train leading up to a thing? Like, you can't just do that.
I don't know.
You have to do a little bit of research on that.
You can't go.
Those are pretty funny training camps to watch.
They have a ton of problems with people sparring, even in the MMA, like to this, and in boxing too, because they spar too hard. You spar too hard. If you're getting knocked out, you're getting concussions in training, then you're taking years off your career and your life potentially. So like,
but slap
that's the thing. It's like I'm gonna slap the shit out of you 20 times. We'll see how you feel afterwards. That's a terrible way to train. Like, you can't do that.
But here's the thing: you're not going into that blindfolded either, are you? You're not going in there without knowing what it feels like. Am I right?
Absolutely not. Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
What a weird sport.
Not the sport for me. I'm sorry.
Other than that, what'd you say? The guy's name was
Big Daddy Ding Dong. And here he comes. Oh, God, here comes our champion. That's what he's rooting for. Big Daddy Ding Dong. Slapped the shit out of the guy last week. The guy never got up. He's still in a coma. I mean, how do you do that?
It's just crazy.
There are women, too, that I just
I was just about to say, have you seen the women slapping this shit out of Jesus?
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I think there was UFC women fighters who have joined this league to do it. I could have sworn.
Well, Dan is a big proponent of slap fight. Power slap.
I don't like that they hit you on the ear.
Well, it's in the way.
No, but come on, dude.
It's like a pitcher throwing a ball.
When I watch this too, it reminds me of the movie How High with Meth Man and Red Man with Powder. When he gets mad at you, he throws the powder in his hand and slaps the shit out of you. Somebody changing diapers?
The Hungarian Hurricane.
See?
What are you going to say?
What's that?
Slap for cash.
Where's Big Daddy Ding Dong? He ain't in there yet? This freaking guy. I don't want his...
That's an athlete right there.
His meatloaf's coming at my face.
He oh, man.
Guy looks like he should be serving me tacos.
Hey, go back to the roster real quick. Was this guy's name Annex Religion? I thought it was Anal Religion.
Same thing.
The Wolverine. He's got the belt. He slaps better.
Jesus.
He's a big
He's
slapper.
the light heavyweight. So they have weight. I mean, I guess you would have.
You have to.
You have to.
Babyface.
Spaghetti.
Flacco. I like Flacco.
Look at spaghetti.
Spaghetti. There's his arm shakes when he slaps you. The Butcher. Keep going down.
Some of these women, they're hot.
The hybrid. The Buffalo Soldier. The
That's
mechanic.
kind of racist, isn't it?
The Buffalo. Maybe he picked her. I don't know.
Buffalo Soldier.
He's
from
Buffalo.
He's probably he is from Buffalo. Holy shit. He's probably Rastafarian, too.
Me slap the shit out of your mouth.
When he comes out, do you think they play Buffalo Soldier?
Okay. Hama, is that a woman? He's got some serious
look at this guy, Grosu. He's related to John Cena.
The Rican Rambo. They call this guy. Full Metal, Iron Giant, Controversy, The Machine. These are boring. The Bell, The King.
Who is that? Is that for real? The King? He looks terrible.
Look at this roster. There are slaps on. Lucy, I'll have that stop. Right now, thank you. Nice score.
It's okay, baby. You
Okay.
did good.
You just wake up and you pissed because you woke up? Watch some slap fight?
The country hoodlum.
Jesus, what the hell is going on with this in this league?
The house.
Atom bomb.
Jesus.
Jesus.
She
I don't even think I'd want her to slap me. I don't think I'd want her to slap me.
She looks like
See,
she can slap
well,
you.
look, most of these people, MMA for 10 years, bare knuckle boxing for 2.
Oh, bare
So-
knuckle boxer.
I guess my one question about this is do you need to have MMA experience? Do you need to have, so you know
I
how
would
to
assume not.
hit properly or
I would assume.
boxing or?
Look, she's only had one match. She's 1-0. That's it.
Hmm.
Dude, bare knuckles, fucking. I'm getting into bare knuckle, by the way. So
You are?
Yeah. Come time this summer, we'll probably start with some bare knuckle
That's
because.
okay. It's FLIERL.
I mean, nobody knows how to spell your fucking last name.
It's German. So.
FLIERL. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's weird.
No, it's freaking weird.
What's it mean?
The best thing is one of my managers that I worked with years ago, he was asking me, how do you say your name? And I told him, he's like, Jesus, what were they letting you on the boat? And they were like, and you were drunk? And they were like, what's your name? And they're like, Flare, just let him on, get him on there.
Yeah, that's how you spell it. There you go. Get him there.
Yeah, whatever, get what I get up there.
He's 35. Slap him.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. I just can't imagine the type of
Hey,
injury.
dude. That's not normal.
It's you. I feel like you every time.
I can't imagine the
I
type
did
of
a-
injury and possible deaths that
Last
are going
time
to
I
come out of this in the future.
I'm gonna be the one to beat Robert because I cannot.
I'm gonna fucking kill
So,
myself.
hey, so listen.
Jeez.
It will, if you press it twice, it will unmute itself. Like, it's a very delayed remote.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
it is
pressing the
fine.
choice though. Usually, that would be a non-statement that you just made there.
Okay,
If you press it twice,
I'm sorry.
But do you guys both agree, like, maybe, I understand sports are dangerous. Is this over the top to be defenseless and let somebody hit you? Do you think that's...
I think this is just the pinnacle of American capitalism and just theater and
What,
just,
because we like watching people get hurt?
Don't you want to see the clip when the guy gets knocked out? I want to see it.
I mean, obviously, this is.
Do you want to see the clip of someone dying?
I think this
No,
is just
of
it,
Okay.
Kevin. But the fact that it exists for a reason. People do watch it. 3.3 million subscribers. People
Not
do.
many. I don't watch it, do you?
No, we just talked about how we don't watch it. But the fact of the matter is, you and I aren't the only people that exist. So people
I know.
do.
I know.
Yeah, people do. I mean, look, there's people in the stand.
Yeah, you're right.
But I do enjoy seeing the clip of somebody getting slapped. And
People watch. People participate. I'm sure if you watched one of these events, they would do the make a very hard attempt to sell you on it, and you would get emotionally invested in these fucking people. And
I'll say something. If Dana White's involved with it, the production value of the UFC is through the roof. They do a great job
Yeah.
with all their shows, how they produce them, how they run them. They do a great job. So if he's involved in this and they're getting some production value out of the UFC's team
They're
or
gonna make
staff,
money.
any kind of advice, whatever, these shows are probably actually pretty good to go to, and they're probably ran properly. So that's a huge step up from if you're just trying to run a fight in your backyard or you're starting up. If you have no production value, you're pretty much dead in the water. If they're affiliated with some sense with Dana White,
Right in the ear like that, bro?
look at the people behind. Look at the people behind him too. It's like the whole Look, they stuff their ear up. There's a whole we don't know anything about
It's
this.
a process, right?
Not saying that I would sit here and I would watch it and I would enjoy it, but that's what this is. It's just like,
and I'm sure they make it
Anything
as
I'd say
safe
about
as they
how
can.
Stupid this.
okay, it
sport
doesn't
is.
matter to them.
Yeah, no, as long as you're watching, right?
And I mean, listen, honestly, I'm okay with sitting here watching this next slap. Like, I want to see the next slap. Like, I guess it does have a little bit of catch value.
It's got some appeal, I guess.
Look at these guys that posted up behind.
This guy falls, we got him.
Those are the refs. Those are the guys watching.
No,
this
I
shit.
think those are part of his team.
No, those are the guys that catch him if he falls.
Oh, right.
And there is, I think there is an official standing parallel right with the table.
You know it's coming. Look. Oh.
That's
Well,
the
they
official.
wind up like 10 times sometimes. Ooh, that was a good one.
Slapped the shit out of him.
Nope.
Ooh.
And he slapped the cotton out of his ear?
Yep, he did.
He doesn't.
Oh,
He absolutely did.
what about if you're righty lefty? You gotta train both sides of your face to take a
I
whooping?
guess so.
Have
Yeah.
you ever seen the ones where these guys are swollen, still taking slaps and shit?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, well, you're going to be swollen after that first one.
Oh, he tensed up. That's a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he slapped the cotton out of it. Look at that shit fly.
Yo, but watch this real quick. Watch this, like, as the slap's
Yeah, I see
coming.
It hurts more when they do that.
Well, I guess they all. I mean, how could you not? Is that the Hawaiian back there in the red shirt?
Brace yourself. The only way you could not do that is if you
Look up
take
drinks.
something. Yeah, I was going to say drinks, or you take something to calm your nerves. Maybe some type
But
of
that's
pill or
probably
something.
illegal, right?
I
It
don't
is
know.
just so natural for anybody to tense up when they know something's coming. I mean, to be able to.
Why is he? Oh, is that the same one?
Yeah, I rewound it.
He took it well.
Whew.
I mean, he took a hell of a slap there.
Yeah.
I think that guy right there with the towel on his head and the red shirt. I think his name is a Hawaiian. I think he's flyweight champion, or at least was.
Did you just see that on that past thing we were watching, or?
No, like
Okay.
I've seen him before. I've seen his matches before.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
you do
believe.
know a little about this. I want to see
I've
some
watched.
girls
I mean,
before we.
I will intake combat sports, any combat sport, for a little bit.
Mhm.
And I do enjoy it. That's what I'm telling you.
The females
Very
are
knuckles.
fun to watch because they get.
There he is again, the Hawaiian. I think that's the Hawaiian.
It's kind of pretty too. It's
Say a
crazy.
lot of them are.
Actually, she's very pretty.
She's a pretty lady. That's his girl right there.
We've been meeting her at a bar. So what do you do? Get slapped in the face.
I slap box.
Her-
Oh, that's nice. You're kidding, right?
What do you
No,
think
no.
What do you think her nickname is? Paint stamp?
1 hour later.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was great.
All right, so we got to start watching this.
Okay, that was great.
I actually liked it. I'm
I
surprised.
enjoyed the shit out of that.
I didn't think I was gonna like it. I
Hey,
liked it.
thank you, Adam, for bringing that up and popping that on.
Yeah.
Now,
Like,
yeah, I seen like a match and it's full, and I was jacked up about it. But it was a clip. It was like a minute and a half clip of the match. And it was just a knockout like this one was. But like,
Cheers to Dana White. They're gonna make money off this, obviously. Cheers.
all
to
right,
White.
Dana. Well done, Dana.
All right, you fuck prick. I didn't think I would like it, but I do.
I mean, but extremely dangerous. I mean, we're
Yeah.
all on board with that, right? Extremely dangerous sport. I mean, we just saw a heavyweight, a middleweight bout that went one round. There was a nose
Correct.
broken and a knockout
Pretty cool.
in one round.
Do you think they gain more viewership by adding MMA fighters from the past into this, like Paige Van Zandt or whoever they're going to put?
So probably years down the line, once it gets a little more popular.
Like if John Jones all of a sudden starts slap fighting.
Yes.
But right now, what they need to do is what they're doing right now: make it available on YouTube to be able to watch.
Yeah.
Just
It is
get it
available.
out there.
It is
Let
available.
people watch
for
it.
free. It's
Yeah.
available for free.
Yeah,
They said it's
that's
available
exactly
on
what they need to
YouTube
do
for
right
free. Across
Just the
the
fact that we were able to sit here and watch that made this sport.
Here's
more
the
popular.
thing.
3 more people popular.
If it does get more popular, now you're doing pay-per-views. And that's what
Well, and I don't want to talk about this, but I just want to briefly say that Ben Shapiro, not Ben Shapiro, whatever his name is, one of the higher ups in UFC,
Yeah.
just recently talked about ixnaying pay-per-views. For what?
for
in what
UFC?
context?
For
For what
UFC?
platform? Yes. I don't know where they think they're going to go after that, but they were talking about ixnaying pay-per-views.
They-
So saying that pay-per-view is the way to go might not be the way they want to go.
You know where they go if they do away with pay-per-view. You go to Netflix. You go to Prime.
Yeah.
Well, you have to get the money somewhere, so it has to be in a broadcasting deal,
If-
right?
UFC went to Netflix, they would have. Maybe that's why, like, with WWE doing that, and now WWE's trying to combine with UFC, and they're doing
They're already combined. They're
layouts.
They're in TKO. Endeavor is at the top. TKO is the brand that is now split into 2. So they are combined.
Maybe UFC is planning on merging and moving over to UFC. I mean, Netflix. Could be already be in the works, and we don't know.
We'll see. I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's
Right,
a lot of
right,
shit. I don't know.
right,
about it.
right.
I can't really speak to
I
it.
got you.
But that was fucking cool, huh?
Yeah, we're going to be watching this
All right.
every week. We'll be
Jesus
watching some of
Christ.
these fights.
We should bring up a match every week. And watch
We
a
should,
match.
absolutely. I agree. We could either watch it beforehand and then talk
I
about
didn't
it.
mind the women's either. You got some.
I like that.
You got to see the distance. You got to see the rounds, how it goes.
Because with women, it's always more technical. It's not about brute force because they don't have it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's more
Right.
technical on how you're going to win the fight by using your advantage, whether it be length, strength, whatever you have that you can.
Perhaps
win that
spot
fight.
their faces. Like, okay, so we saw that nose break was high up.
I'm going to be
Yeah,
honest. The
yeah.
women, I feel like the women got more lumped up because they're taking constant beatings, whereas the men,
Mhm.
It could be one and done. You don't know.
Which can cause its own damage, but obviously
It
continual
could,
damage
but
seems
I'll tell you what. I'd rather take one hard slap to the face than 10.
yeah, I agree. But I don't want my fucking nose broken. Jesus
I mean,
Christ, dude.
I
You
don't
see
think
that
I don't think that guy expected that though. I think that was a shocker. That
It was a high slap. He hit him super high.
yeah.
I really think in that one that was a knockout, as your hand comes across the face, you kind of want to hit that button here at the jaw. There's a button here. There's a button here. There's a couple buttons on your face.
I'll tell you who needs to jump on this.
If you can hit that palm right here, I mean, you have to worry about where it's going to go after that. But
You know what company needs to jump on this? Dude Wipes. They can
Sure,
sponsor Dude
I
Wipes.
think they are a sponsor.
That way, when these guys shit themselves, when they're knocked out, you got Dude Wipes right there. They can just clean them up.
Referee turns them over and fucking.
I'm telling you, clean them up and get them the fuck out of there. Dude Wipes.
That's why they wear sweatpants.
For all your slap fight needs.
Yeah, you think they're wearing diapers?
A diaper and a sweatpants.
I would be.
I would be surprised if I don't see Dude Wipes.
If
down
some
here.
guy freaking slaps the shit out of me, I'm shitting myself. It's gonna happen.
No,
And you better hope I didn't have Taco Bell for lunch.
Shit, if you slap a guy and you shit himself.
That's what I'm saying. I'm losing.
I don't see it.
No, I'm surprised.
They'll be on there soon.
But we'll see.
Am I right?
Good
Dude
call,
Wipes,
geez.
perfect beast for them to get in. And does that say Death Row?
Dios Azul tequila, is that good tequila? Do you know
That's
that
a Death
tequila?
Which one?
Dios Azul.
I don't know.
Is that Snoop Dogg's
That's
fucking
what I'm
shit to the
wondering.
right?
Does that
To
say
the right?
Death Row?
Where are we looking to the right?
Happy Dad and Death Row Happy Dad. So actually the same.
Death Row.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Happy Dad was.
What's Happy Dad?
Snoop's.
Yeah, I think it's Snoop.
It's like a seltzer, right?
Yeah, it's like a malt
There you go.
liquor seltzer.
You know, Snoop's in on every. He's got his hands in everything.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Dude Wipes needs to get in here.
Dude, I'm telling you.
For when you lose, we
When
got your
you
back.
lose.
We got your bottom.
We'll wipe your back. We wipe your back.
So, hey, we started this conversation trying to get in a 313.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which we need to do now.
Let's do it because it's super quick.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I did get to watch a little bit of the co-main event, and I got to watch the main event. I know Adam did too. Let's start with King Green got knocked out by Ruffy. Ruffy called out. I can't remember who he called out. He called somebody out, prevalent in the lightweight division. King Green got knocked out again. So he got knocked out by Jalen
Move it
Turner.
down.
And the ref, Jalen Turner, was also on his card. He got knocked out by Jalen Turner, and the ref didn't call it. And he took like 6 extra shots. He got his ass fucking whooped. It was a brutal. The ref should have called it way earlier, and he took a lot of punishment. Then after that, he goes to fight Patty Pimlet, and he gets arm barred. He gets arm like dislocated, hyperextended, and gets choked out. And now he comes into this, and he gets fucking a nasty TKO.
He's been trending down, and now he's
So Bobby, his name's Bobby Green. He changed his name to King Green a few fights ago, and it's just he's an idiot.
Now he's more of a
Now he's done.
Jester Green or Joe.
They were hoping he was going to be like a gatekeeper for lightweight. He was going to hover around that 15 to 14 or 13, 12 spot, and get some of the young guys that are coming out and beat them and get them out and kind of sort through the good talent and not. But he's just getting knocked out everywhere. I think he's done.
Is he old?
He's getting there. Yeah, he must be
Okay.
35, 36,
Retired.
38.
Time to retire.
It's over for him.
Yeah.
It's over.
Pass the crown.
He's not even good anymore. So, here's the thing. He used to be very good.
Well, obviously,
Not
he's got 32
championship
wins.
status,
It's not
but
terrible.
ranked status. He was very
32
good.
wins. He's still got a good record. 32 and 17.
Oh, he
That's
beat
a winning
Miller in
record in
between.
my book.
Okay, so he beat Miller in between. But that Turner Green one, they
Yeah, but Miller's old and on his way out, too.
massive late stoppage. In that,
You told me Miller's old and on his way out, too, the last time we talked.
Miller's like 41,
Yeah, so
but he's an OG.
I guess he should have beat him.
Jesus, he's been around for a minute.
Jeez, who's the guy with the gray hair? up there?
He's been there. That's what I'm saying. They kind of put him into the gatekeeper thing.
Oh, this is going the wrong way. So
Patty's is next. Miller, he fought before that. I guess he won. I omitted that one.
Mhm.
So they don't even have his most recent one. So
His most recent one was, yeah, you're right. They don't have the loss to Ruffy. You're right.
So he lost. He won. He what? What is this?
This is the one where he got knocked out and they didn't stop it early enough, and he just kept taking punishment. And he got it was.
But
very
how
quick.
come was it a draw or I don't
No.
understand.
Jalen Turner knocked the shit out of him,
Yeah.
and then instead of stopping the fight, the referee let it go, and he knocked the shit out of him again. You can look it up. I'm not sure why they don't say win on it. It was very brutal. It was actually pretty bad.
Okay.
It was pretty bad.
So, all right, well.
So Bobby Green's done. I won't call him King. I'll never call him King Green. He's Bobby Green.
Yeah.
32-17.
His nickname was King. Probably self-appointed.
Good run. Well, it's over.
The women's, I don't know anything about them, and I didn't get to see it, so I'm not going to comment on it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll leave that. Jalen Turner was supposed to be one of the tarantula. He was supposed to be a player in this lightweight division. But this guy, Ignacio, submitted him in the first round, and Jalen Turner did retire after that. Jalen Turner's retired.
How old is that guy? He doesn't look old.
28. Yeah, no, he was supposed to. Everybody thought he was so good because he knocked a lot of people out. He did some good things, but he had some losses and blah blah blah. And he came in here and he lost to Ignacio, and he's probably right. It's over. It's done.
He's 14 and 10 now, or does that actually include that?
That's insane. You give up that quick? Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't. It's not for him.
Is there underlying issues?
He's got a lot of talent, brother. He's a wonderful fighter, but he's losing fights he shouldn't lose.
Well, what's his background too? Because maybe he just goes into, I don't know, what is he?
Like a kickboxer.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. He's a striker, so I would assume he has some things in boxing and kickboxing, something like that.
Okay.
But he's been losing fights he shouldn't lose, and this one was the icing on the cake. He should not have lost this fight. He did in the first round to a submission, and he retired. So. Good for him. I hope he's happy.
I mean, it's not good for him, but
and now Ignacio's ranked, so good for him.
I don't have a problem with the fighter looking at himself and saying, "Hey,
can't do this."
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
So this was a rematch from a few years ago. Obviously, Dan Hooker was not in this bout, so they were making.
Who was it supposed to be originally? Hooker and Gaethje.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think?
It's supposed to be 5 rounds. It's supposed to be
hypothetically, if that would have happened, who's winning that? You think Hooker has a chance?
Whoever's alive.
Gaethje's probably better.
Whoever's alive at the end of the 5th round.
You think Hooker has a chance, though?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, these Hooker and Gaethje was a brawling. Everybody's going to have their nose broke. They're going to be bloody. And whoever can stand at the end of the 5th round wins the fucking fight. That's why everybody's so excited about this card, was mostly because of this. Yes, Peloton's on the thing, but this Dan Hooker Gaethje was the fight everybody wants. We still want this fucking fight because he's a monster.
It's not worse.
We'll see.
So Hooker broke his hand. So he's out for how long now? 8 months?
We'll see. I don't know.
See, the problem is with the broken hand, even if you give that half a year, if you go back and fight too soon, you're breaking it again.
I don't know if it was a broken hand, broken finger, broken knuckle, dislocated knuckle. He just said he injured his paw. He kept saying, I injured my paw. So I don't actually know the extent of the injury. I assumed it was a broken hand.
Okay.
But what it actually was, it's going to take some time. I'm thinking 6 months before he fights.
It's weird that they're vague about that because you can't say a fighter is going to come back depending on what they tell you.
Gaethje broke his hand during this fight. Is that what that's saying?
Get the fuck out of here.
Gaethje broke his hand during this fight.
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, he got the nod, so it was actually controversial. I was listening to Ariel Helwani. Helwani is known for being a little hard on Gaethje. He thought he lost the first fight to this guy, and that's why Gaethje won't go on a show. And then Helwani thinks he lost this fight, too. I didn't see a lot of it, so I can't really say.
He clearly didn't lose this fight. He won it.
I think it won fight in the night on default, because I don't think there's a lot going on besides the Duffy fight. And, whatever. Fiziev was coming off a year and a half fucking layoff. I don't think he's fought since he fought Gaethje. Maybe he fought one more, and then he took a big layoff. He had a knee problem. He was out for a year and a half. And, Dan Hooker went down. A bunch of people raised their hands. Moicano raised their hand. Fiziev raised his hand. There's a couple of people in the division.
So a bunch of guys want to fight his ass, huh?
They gave it to Fiziev.
Now, if these guys jump in, and I know he got this fight, but if anybody else who got this fight and beat Gaethje, does that move them up in the poll?
Yeah, Gaethje's like 3 in the division.
Okay.
3, 4 in the division.
Gaethje and Pereira next? That's what they're saying? Yeah, I mean, I guess we go for it, right?
Absolutely. No, they're in different divisions. This is lightweight, and that's
Pereira's.
And Pereira had trouble making 205 at light heavyweight, so he might be moving up to heavyweight. We'll talk about that here.
Okay. Is Gaethje that far out of the realm that he can't make heavyweight?
Gaethje's in a rough spot right now because the lightweight division, we just had the featherweight division champ Ilia Topuria drop his belt to go fight Islam Makhachev, who is the champion in Gaethje's division.
Mm-hmm.
So that title shot's already taken. Now you have a guy you promised in Charles Oliveira for the title fight, who's probably going to have to fight Armin Sarukian, who was the other number one contender.
He's
two number one contenders.
He's a monster, isn't he?
So they're going to have to fight. That leaves Gaethje kind of on the side. I mean, Gaethje's getting old. He's only got a couple fights left in him, maybe 3 fights left in him. Like, it's a weird kind of situation they've made for themselves.
This is the question I've always had too. When you start getting, like you said, Gaethje's got a couple fights left in him, are you still trying to pull for a title belt at that point?
Yeah, I mean, you fight for the title.
What do you do? If you say you fight your Gaethje, you fight for the title, you get the title. You've got a couple fights left in you. What are you proving at that point?
Well, it's tough for the organization as the UFC to put a fighter who's in the light fight to be able to get a title, because then you vacate and they hate that fucking shit. But I mean, every fighter wants to go for the title, right? And it's not like Gaethje doesn't have his shots. He has. He lost to Khabib. He lost to Charles Oliveira. And those were his 2 title shots. But for one more, yeah, of course he wants one more.
There's Sarukian you were talking about. Hooker's got his eyes on Sarukian.
Sarukian was supposed to fight for it. Oh, no, excuse me. That's middleweight. Sarukian, he's there. He's the one that should get it.
I mean, from one of the
but they,
one or two fights I saw from
Hooker, so
Hooker's a hell of a fighter from what I saw that one time. That's why I liked him so much when I watched him. I mean, the guy's got heart. He's got heart. He's not afraid.
Yeah. Let's move on from this one. There's not much there.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to get into explaining shit. And
Let's talk about
the main event.
The main event.
Ankalaev versus Pereira.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm a massive Pereira fan, but I wouldn't have minded him losing the belt to a guy who actually beat him. There was no like yes, he won the fight. People had Pereira winning the fight. People had Ankalaev winning the fight.
Who did you have won in the fight?
Pereira. I thought he did more. But the judges thought Ankalaev won it, and
do you understand
here's
why
the problem with
that
if it was a good fight and it was really that close, like these guys are brawling, they put it all out there, and it was up for the judges, and it is what it is. This was a bad fight. These guys didn't do anything to each other. It was terrible.
Was it more of a dance than a fight?
It was more of a watching, and then what's his name would push him up against the cage, and they'd stay there. They even got broke up. The referee broke them up at one point. He said, "We gotta get the fuck out. We gotta get some action. We gotta stop this." It was a really bad fight. As far as UFC fights going, and to see the one of the best strikers in the world, period, Alex Pereira, not do anything, and one of the most dangerous, in your face kind of can box you, can take you down, guy, do anything. This was a terrible fucking.
Can I ask a question? Do you think that comes down to intimidation or something, or
yeah, they were both scared of each other. And
so,
they
but who wins that? Like, if you're intimidated, who wins that? You can't sit there.
Before the fight, they were like, Ankalaev's a wrestler. He's going to beat the strike.
These guys are supposed to be trained.
All 11 of his takedowns were stuffed. Okay? And when they stood in front of each other, he's a striker. He's going to knock him out. Pereira did next to nothing to knock him out. He caught him a couple times. But actually, the only person that had anybody in danger of strikes was Ankalaev hit Pereira with 6 seconds left in the second round to wobble him, to hurt him. But then they went back to the clinch. So even if people were saying he won off that, no, he didn't win off that because they went back to the clinch. The round could have went 5 more minutes and they would have been on the cage. Like, it didn't matter. Pereira had some good jabs, snapped his head back a couple times, had some crazy head kicks. One kind of got through to the ear, and that's the fight. Pereira fucked his calf up really bad.
I want to know.
Leg kicks.
I want to know one thing.
That's it. And Ankalaev held him on the cage.
You are adamant about UFC. Who, in your opinion, is the better fighter here? If you had if they were to rematch, and you had to put $1 million on one of these fighters,
Ankalaev wins
again.
Ankalaev is the better overall fighter. He does everything. He does everything.
Well. And you were just talking about how good Pereira is.
He is. He's the best striker in the world. Probably.
Is Ankalaev just better defense? It sounded like neither of them were combative.
He can grapple, wrestle, and strike. Whereas it's not that Alex Pereira can't do all those things. I just think that Ankalaev is a better grappler and wrestler than Pereira is. But Pereira is definitely a better striker than he is.
Is Ankalaev the type, like, if you start striking at him, he knows how to grab your arms, twist, get you into a submission.
It's not that. It's just that. It's just
not counterattack.
He can take you down. He can single leg you, double leg you. He can push you up against the cage. He can ground and pound you. He can inflict damage with knees against the cage. He can do all that, but he can also knock you out standing up. Like he's got good power.
Can he give you a reverse schoolboy?
He can definitely. He can reverse the German suplex.
But what I'm saying is it sounds like from what you're telling me that like Pereira, man, he didn't give it a fair shake. He didn't try as hard as he could have. And Ankalaev took advantage of that.
Pereira's always been calculated. He always tries to get his hit percentage up. Like he only takes shots that are there for him. And he's very smart
though, right? I mean,
very smart about it, but his power is insane. And if you get caught, it's over. That's it.
So if he hits you with the right hook, you might go down.
But his volume was so poor. Besides his calf kicks, like he fucked the left calf up. Ankalaev's left leg is fucked up. It's fucking. Even today, as we sit right now, Ankalaev is doing something to make his leg better. He fucked it up really bad.
I hate to ask,
but he didn't strike. He wasn't throwing punches. He wasn't doing his thing.
I hate to ask this because this is going to sound stupid, but anybody giving Pereira money to take a fall in this fight? Or?
I doubt it.
Okay, I just wondered. And I don't know. I'm just asking because from what you're saying, Pereira seems like
he's got way too much pride.
Okay,
but I do believe that he wants to move up to heavyweight. I do believe that completely.
And he's what, middleweight right now? Oh, light heavyweight. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the UFC does not like Ankalaev. He had a title shot a long, long time ago.
They fucking
and it came to a draw. And after that, Dana White he put this guy back in the cellar to fight everybody to come back up. And to his credit, he's got the third highest win streak in the UFC because he's beat everybody else after that. Like, he's a good fighter. Ankalaev is a dangerous fucking man. But this was a bad fight, and neither person really did any of their strengths.
Well, you saw Dana White at the thing. He didn't look happy about it.
Well, he was pissed because it's easier to market Pereira because he's a global phenomenon and people love him than it is nobody knows who the fuck Ankalaev is. But he's not fun. He's not good on the microphone. He doesn't have he doesn't have a catchphrase or a gimmick. He's not marketable. So yeah, he's pissed. That's happened a couple of times when Bilal Muhammad won the welterweight title. He's pissed because he's not marketable. When Merab Dvalishvili won the bantamweight title, now that's changed because he's been good. He was pissed because he took it from Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is easy to market. He's pissed because Alex Pereira made him a lot of money in the last year and a half. Oh, and now he's going to change the title. He's pissed.
Hey, one thing unfair about that, though, is if you're the better fighter, I get that people want good mic presence. They want you to be there. But if you're the better fighter, come on.
Here's the problem with this fight, though. I don't know that the better fighter won the match because the match was shit.
Yeah.
And it could have went either way.
So, rematch?
There was no definitive winner in this match.
Rematch? Yes or no?
For me, I have no interest in it. I have no interest in this fighting.
Well, you saw Dana right there say absolutely. So,
because he wants somebody he can work at the light heavyweight.
I'm sorry. Would you watch it if they rematched? Maybe
based on the fight, it's tough.
If it's the main event in like 3:16 or whatever they want to do.
Based on what we got out of this fight, it is like Jake said, it's a tough sell because it was not.
Who the fuck
it was boring.
It was terrible.
So.
And that's the thing. When you have these titles switch hands, you always want a definitive win. Somebody is like, if it's not a finish, if it goes to decision, and this was a unanimous decision, but I still think they got it wrong. A lot of people think they got this wrong, but you want a definitive winner. Yep, he's a title. Yep, he won. You can't say that about this fight.
I want to ask one more stupid question. Can Pereira, can he invoke a rematch clause at this point, or no?
It depends on the contract and what they signed.
Okay.
But Dana White will have the final say. I don't know if he wants to. If I'm Pereira, man, move up to heavyweight. Wait for that John Jones Aspinall title fight.
Is he teetering like?
Or wait for John Jones to vacate the title and go fight John Jones for the title, because he will be the first person ever in the UFC to have held 3 titles in 3 consecutive.
Now Aspinall, he's
middleweight
too,
right? Heavyweight and heavyweight.
Aspinall's he'll have something to say about that though.
Well, that's the thing. So he's the interim title champion. He's fighting John Jones, or John Jones relinquishes the belt. That's it.
When's that happening?
Well, we'll see. But if John Jones decides to vacate the title and move on to whatever pastures, then put Pereira in versus Aspinall. Aspinall's cleared out the division. And I understand it's tough because Pereira has never fought a heavyweight before, so it's really fucked up putting him in there. I don't know.
Nah, he would. But I guess I guess Pereira would be motivated because they're going to say, "Here's your chance, go get it."
We'll see. This was a terrible fight. It was very underwhelming. And
Sounds like it was not that good.
it was terrible. But next
And that sucks for both of them. It doesn't suck for Aguilar because he's the new champion now. But
no, he's great. He worked for it too. He earned.
Yeah, but for Pereira to go in there and give it his, maybe not give it his all, but give what he has, and he's the defending champion. Normally, you don't turn the belt over from a defending champion who
Look at this
was
guy's
subpar
nose.
because he didn't win.
Della
He doesn't
Marlena?
knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had his nose broken.
He's a striker, baby. He's going to lose this fight, by the way. But poor Della. He's coming off of a 2-year, almost 2-year fucking relapse to come fight for the title, and he deserves it. But Jesus Christ, man, he's going to get beat up. This guy's a wrestler. Della Marlena is a striker. Bilal Muhammad is going to smother him.
Yeah, he's gonna.
So Muhammad's going to smother him. But yeah, it was just sad to see.
He's pretty boy over there with the nice haircut at the top.
Diego Lopez.
The
So these guys are fighting for that.
got the damn Ouija board tattooed.
I
on
told
his
you the
chest.
featherweight champion, Elisa Poirier, is going up to fight.
Hello, goodbye, yes, no.
These guys are fighting for his vacant title. Next,
For John Jones? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed what you
the
said.
featherweight champion, Elisa Poirier, has
Okay.
vacated his title
Right.
and moved up to lightweight to fight the champion at lightweight. The vacated title from featherweight is now going to be decided between those two, Diego Lopez and Volk.
I know I keep saying this, but
Okay.
one more dumb question. Why do you have to vacate your title to move up?
Because you can't hold up the division because you want to go fight. You have to,
Okay.
a lot of fighters only fight twice a year, maybe once a year. Fighting 3-4 times a year.
That's
like
unheard of.
Pereira is not unheard of, but it's very rare that people want to do that. So if you're the featherweight champion, like Elisa Poirier was,
And
and
you're
you
like,
want to move up and fight the champion at another weight division, what are you going to do? Hold up the rest of the division? They won't have that. That's
I
why
think you
for
should.
men,
I think you should. I feel like you should have that option because you've earned that title.
Sometimes you get to. Sometimes they allow that, but this was a different. There's a lot of things going on at lightweight or featherweight right now. They need
If you're holding that title and there's nobody who can hold a candle to you, you absolutely should be able to hold
also,
that
this is
title.
important to say too. Elisa Poirier was having trouble making 145 in featherweight, and he didn't want to do it anymore.
That
So
damn,
he
damn
was
mac and cheese.
he
had to
was
keep
in a
eating it.
negotiation that he was fine with vacating the title because he doesn't want to fight at 145 because it's hard for him to make that weight.
Okay.
So
Is it now going to be tougher for him to gain weight though? I mean, I guess not.
no,
You can make that
he walks around at 170, man.
Alright.
You know what I mean? So if he has to make 155,
What
he's
did
bound
Conor
to try to make
McGregor?
145.
What's he weighing at?
Well, he was
170?
a featherweight and a lightweight. And I think he also fought a bantamweight once or twice, but I could be wrong about that. But he was 145, 155. And I think he also moved up to welterweight to fight fucking Diaz.
That's a
I wonder what the weight
That's
was.
a
of Diaz.
Tank Abbott up at the
What?
top. Why is he up there?
He's an OG.
He's not still fighting though.
No.
I don't know if this is not all active.
Yeah, that's from years ago. I mean,
A lot of these guys are from years
Yeah.
ago.
Okay.
But 314 is coming up. We got that late. We got the featherweight championship. Vulcan, Diego Lopez.
It's good talk. You're teaching me a lot about UFC that I
Good.
didn't know
I'm glad.
before, so
I'm glad you
it's
listened.
actually
Thank you.
helped. I'm trying to listen. I'm gonna listen more.
Good. Then we had that wonderful co-main event with Paddy Pimblett and fucking Michael Chandler. I can't wait for that fight.
And
I think
he's
it's
like
gonna be
the Irish guru of
Yeah.
fighting.
Well, that's not true. Conor McGregor.
You told me you liked him.
I love
That
him.
he's a brawler.
Well, he's more of a submission ground guy, but yes, he can brawl as well. I like him a lot. But Conor McGregor will always be the Irish guru.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's the Irish
Until he's
god.
not fighting.
Everybody's opinion.
But Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chandler, good fight. I can't wait to see how that works. Diego Lopez, Volkanovski, Volk. I hope Lopez wins because I think Volk's kind of on the way out. I don't know what's next for him if he wins the title again and whatever. Because the guy that beat him for the title now moved on. That Ilya Poirier, he's gone now. So like Volk was supposed to fight Ilya, that Ilya vacated the title and left. So I feel bad for Volk for not getting his revenge, but like now he gets to fight Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez fucking deserves it, so I'm happy about that. Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett, I'm happy about
So whoever wins this, they're now the featherweight champ, or no?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. The other featherweight bout that's down there, Bryce Mitchell, John Silva. So Bryce Mitchell came out with his anti-Semite.
So that was this guy.
That's him.
Why?
Comments because he's stupid. Because he's stupid. He's a back road swamp living.
And they're
idiot.
still letting them fight?
Yeah.
As they should.
Yeah.
Why should they? Why should that?
You can't just go out there and say what you
Yeah, you
want.
can. It's America, free speech, baby.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I didn't
That's
think it was
another conversation for another time.
Right.
Let's not get
Okay,
sidetracked
I'm
on
sorry.
Either
I
way,
apologize.
John Silver, he's a flat earther. John Silver at the press conference brought out a globe and was making fun of him. So this will be a good fight because, Bryce Mitchell, hate him or love him, really good fighter. Really good fighter.
Surprised he doesn't have a Nazi swastika tattooed on his chest.
And Silva's a really good fighter, too. Silva's got some knockout power. If
That
there
might
is a
be
knockout
tough.
in this fight, it will be Silva knocking him out. If there's a submission in this fight, it will be Bryce Mitchell submitting him. If there's a decision, we'll see.
Is his nickname Thug Nasty?
Yeah. He's a weird dude.
Is he a rapper also?
Yeah, he's just a Bible humping weirdo.
Thug Nasty. That sounds like the nickname I would give my dog.
He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He's the guy that Josh Emmett knocked him out about a year ago, and he was the one convulsing on the fucking floor.
Okay. So is Bryce Mitchell a good fighter or no?
Yeah, I said it 3 times.
All right.
So yeah, he's a good fighter.
Well,
He
you can say it a fourth time because
Is he ever going to be the champion, Kevin? No.
No.
But
Okay.
is he ranked? Yeah, he's a ranked fighter.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Got a damn good strike.
What's next on that main card for 314, buddy? There's 2 more fights. Let's see if I know any of them. Yair Rodriguez, Patricio Pitbull. Patricio Pitbull was a double champion in Bellator. That when PFL bought Bellator, he was trying to get fights. They didn't have fights for him. He got really disgruntled. Like a lot of this fighters
Obviously new to UFC.
from Bellator did. So a lot of these fighters are searching. They're going to the GFL. They're begging the UFL to take them, or UFC. And Patricio Pitbull got called by the UFC, said, "You want to fight Yair Rodriguez?"
Absolutely.
They'll fight
Now's your
anybody.
time.
And so this is a good fight. This is a really cool fight. Patricio Pitbull is a legend of Bellator.
This is his first fight in UFC.
Yair Rodriguez
Absolutely.
is a monster. He's a Mexican monster. He's a great fighter. So this is a cool fight.
Is Pitbull good too, or is this worth watching?
No. Pitbull is great. But it was in another. It was under a different banner. So we'll see how he does against the UFC.
Right.
But Pitbull's great. He's a legend in Bellator. Pitbull. So we'll see how this goes. And Jeff Neal, on his way out, we'll see Danny Ige. I'm interested in the Dominic Reyes. This is one of the guys that beat John Jones, but the judges fucked him. Clearly won 4-1 in that fight.
I remember that. I remember you talking about
light
that.
heavyweight title. Clearly won 4 rounds to 1. I don't know how the fuck they fucked that up.
Because they
But
wanted
did.
John Jones in.
And then after that, he just went on a spiral.
Yeah.
And now he's coming back up.
Right.
So
Give
we'll
the
see
guy
how
a
it
shot.
goes. Yeah. Cool. That's it. Like I said.
Nice.
Anything else to
Love
say
it.
about slap fight, UFC? You guys want to bring up
Miller's
basketball?
fighting again on the next card?
That's my boy.
What does he just fight every card and lose?
They need money. He's a fighter, dude. He doesn't know what else to do. Look at him. He fights.
Looks like the guy would sit down next to at the Irish pub and order a pint. Hey, what's going on? Bubba, let's have a Guinness.
And he'd probably be a good fucking time, too. Just don't fucking fight him.
I guess not.
He'll fucking rip your heel off and knock you out. He's a monster. Love him. He's 41 years old. Most
Yeah.
dangerous 41-year-old walking this fucking planet, probably. Besides to train SEALs or something like this,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
All right.
All right.
Hey, that wraps it up for Piggy and Jake this week. We'll be back next week. Please remember to follow us on
Red Bull gives me
Instagram.
wings.
Follow us on Twitter. Excuse me, X. Can't say Twitter anymore. Right here on YouTube. See you guys next week. Don't do